Hi friends, it's Shy. I'm here to show you two different cards today, one for a man and one for a woman. They're interchangeable, but I thought one looked more masculine and one looked a little more feminine than the other. So I thought I'd show them both to you. It's going to be a quick little video. I hope you like it. And I'm using Freshly Made Sketches 102. This is from a Pinterest pin that I saw, and one of the groups that I belong to is doing this as their monthly challenge, so I'm going to enter these two as my challenge. This is the feminine. I haven't put it together yet. I'm going to do that with you, and this is the masculine. Again, it's not put together. I'm going to do it with you. So the first thing is everything is from Stampin' Up except the ribbon. Okay, the ribbon is something I just had in my stash. It's velvet, and I don't have any red or black Stampin' Up ribbon, so I used my old stash. But everything else you can buy from me through Stampin' Up at my website, shystamper.stampinup.net. So to get started, we have the foil paper, the gold foil paper, and I've cut it out using a 2 1/4 inch circle punch. Then we have, like I said, the ribbon, and not to embarrass myself, I tied those offline. We're using the designer series paper called Wrapped in Plaid. They're 6x6 sheets. I'm sure you've seen them on the internet already, but this is the back side, or side B as they say, and I've used 2 of those. And then this is side A, which has the gold foil, and I've used 2 of these. So let's get started. I'm also using a bone folder and liquid glue and possibly my snail. And I don't have a sentiment yet, but I will cut that out in a 2-inch round circle on probably Whisper White, and stamp that later once I decide what I'm going to use as my stamp set. So to start off with, I have black foil paper. It's so smooth inside, it's wonderful. And this is cut at 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 and scored at 4 1/4. And then I've used a piece of this wrapped in plaid paper, and you can see that this is 4 by 5. 4 by 5. That's kind of an odd, no, it's 3 7/8. Sorry, 3 7/8 by 5 1/4. Okay, that goes on top of that. And then this little piece here is also, well, it should be the same as this. That's a little shorter. And then it's 1 1/2 wide. Same thing over here. I've used a piece of real red cardstock, which came in a 12 by 12 pack, a 12 by 12 sheet. I cut it down to make an 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 and scored on 4 1/4. And then I've cut this one down to be 4 by 5 1/4, and that's going to go right on top with just a little peak around the edges showing. And then this is the back side, and I'm going to use the reindeers on the red, and that's going to go like that. So let's get started. I told you it was going to be short, but you're going to get 2 different cards out of it from the same card pack. Now, of course, the cardstock and the foil paper are separate. They don't come in that card pack wrapped in plaid. Only the plaid and the B side come in that. So the first thing we're going to do is just go ahead and lay this down. And because it's foil paper, I'm going to go ahead and use my liquid glue. There's no direction, you know, it's not directional paper, so I can just try to line it up as best I can from my vantage point under the camera here. And then I'm going to take my bone folder and just push that down to make sure that it seals nice and don't have any glue coming out the sides like that. Okay, and then this I will do the same. These are my little pine cones, and I'm just going to put some glue on it. Just make sure you get your corners. I don't know if I'm in shot or not, but you can see the glue I put on there. And then I want to line it up just so it's outside or inside, whatever. I want that gold pinstripe right there to show. I'm just going to push that up and right there. Okay. See if I can scooch that a little. Ah, it's dried. Okay. Okay. Now for this, I'm going to use dimensionals. Where are my dimensionals? Here they are. I keep my dimensionals in a stamp case. This is from our old woodblock stamps, and Stampin' Up! Sells them. It's a pack of, I don't know, it's in the catalog. All the information will be down below, but these are great. They're foam and they're just the perfect size for our paper. So anyhow, I like to keep them in here because I have many dots in here. I have the black new dimensionals that came out for Halloween, and a lot of people just like black because we use dark cards and we don't want the white showing through on the side. So we have that. So I'm just going to turn this over. I'll turn both of them over and put some dimensionals on it. I'm going to be generous because this is going to probably end up going through the mail, so I don't want it smashed. And one little tip about when you're sending things like this through the mail, you want to put the raised side to the back of the envelope, and if at all possible, just take a piece of copy paper, cut it down to size or fold it, whatever, and put on top of it. And that, because it goes through a machine at the post office and it really smashes it, and that will protect your card better. Okay, oops, that one doesn't want to stick. There we go. Okay, so we've got that down, and we're just going to peel these off. Sometimes they come off real easy, and sometimes I like to just push my nail down in there, and that makes it kind of roll up, and it comes off usually fairly easy. I pushed too hard, I guess. My nails are short. I just had them done, and I had them cut them all off. They grow so fast. These are my real nails, and they just grow so fast. I can't keep up with them, so I just have them hack them all off and start all over again. So then we're going to put this, I'm going to put this down here for my sentiment because I want to put my bow at the top. So I'm going to do the same thing before I attach the bow to my card here. Again, with the Tombow, liquid glue, and just scribble it all over. Again, it's not directional, so you can, doesn't matter which side is up. Lay that down. Make sure it's symmetrical all the way around. Just eyeball it. I guess you could measure it out and put a little pin dot where you want it. I don't do that. Again, this is the same size as this piece, and it's, what did I say, 1.5 inches wide. Okay, so we're going to take this, and again, this is going to need liquid because it's got that foil in there. It's just going to stick better, gold foil on foil, than if you used snail. In fact, we're not using snail at all, so I'll just put that away. So I'll line it up down here, line it up down there, use my bone folder. Now on this one I came over to the left side a little bit more than I actually wanted to, but it doesn't take away from the card at all, so I'm going to be happy with it. Since I can't take it off, it's glued down. Got glue on my fingers. Pop the dimensionals off, the backing. Dimensionals are, it's not sticking. Dimensionals are just little pieces of foam that are adhesive on both sides. I don't know why that adhesive wasn't sticking, but leave it there for a minute and then I'll pull the backing off of it. Sometimes they're a devil to get off and sometimes they come off real easy. There we go. And for some reason the one in the middle fell off too. I don't know what's going on with that. When I pulled it up, I must have left the backing on and pulled it off the sheet. Yeah, that's what I did. You can see how I pulled the backing off. And it's supposed to stay on the sheet, so you can just pop it down. But somehow I picked it up, so now I have to take it off. And it's proving to be quite difficult with short nails. Oh my goodness. Should use my pokey tool. Where's my pokey tool when I need it? Okay, we'll just put that in the middle. And again, we're going to pop this down here. And now, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get these down, how I'm going to get this to hold down. But I think I'm going to use glue dots. Where are my glue dots? There's some mini glue dots here that I'm going to use. This is also a Stampin' Up! Product that you can get from me if you order with me online. And I'll just pop it on there. And then you can see I'm going to pop another one. Just go around the roll and it just pops off and goes. I usually end up with one or two on my thumbs, or my thumb. I don't have two thumbs on the same hand anyway. And then another one over here. Keep going around. Another one there. And then I like to tie the legs down. See, I told you they always get on my thumb. There it is. See if it'll come off. Yep. This velvet, it's so full of dusty stuff, velvety stuff. So I'm using quite a bit because it's foiled. Some of that paper is foiled with the gold, and I want to make sure that it sticks. So I'm using quite a bit. I'm going to just roll that one over so it's not sticking out. So we're going to put this down right about there. Oh, look how pretty. See, I think that's masculine looking. I like it. What do you think? You like it? Okay, let's do the red one. Where do we start? One there, one there, one there, one there. These are pretty far spaced out on this paper, so you get a nice space so you can get them exactly where you want them. I'm just going to see if I can straighten that out a little bit. There we go. So put one right on the end, one in the middle, another one on my thumb, oh goodness, there's the one on my thumb, and then I think I better put another one on. Okay, I think that's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good thing they're inexpensive and you get lots and lots of them. And I'm going to put that right there. Hold that down. Keeps wanting to turn. Oh, what a booger. Wants to turn. Okay, there and there. Now push that down. Foam filter comes in handy for a lot of different reasons. And then you can just poof it up a little bit. And there we have it. 2 sweet little cards made out of the same paper pack called Wrapped in Plaid by Stampin' Up. It's a designer series paper that came out in our holiday catalog that was available in September 4th, I believe. Okay, that'll do it, folks. If you look down below, everything will be there, all your dimensions, everything. And when I decide what stamp set I'm going to use, I will use a White Whisper white circle at 2 inches, and I will put it on there when I'm ready to send these cards out. Thank you very much. Oh, and the inside is blank, and I will make, they're just standard envelopes. So I'll either make one or I will use our standard white envelopes to use for this purpose. So anyhow, thank you very much for stopping by. If you like, please click the like button, and if you would like to see more of my Stampin' Up and DIY projects, then please feel free to subscribe, hit the bell so you're always notified, and I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you. Bye-bye.